if far more people had not had the jab, then in Austria, for instance, they would not have had the same confidence in making it mandatory, because there'd have been too many people that weren't having it. But if enough people have it, 70% or something, then they can focus everything on the 30%, which is exactly what they're doing. And this is another point, and which is very relevant. Why are they focusing such demonization upon those who refuse to have the jab? Because it is not just a symbol, it is a statement about their state of mind. It is a statement about their perception. If you refuse to have the fake vaccine, no matter what the level of pressure, then you, by definition, are in group number 3. You are saying, I can see what's happening and I'm not cooperating with it. So the group that says, I'll just do whatever I'm told, it's the government, and the group, unless people break away, they're starting to, that say, I don't want to do it, but I'm frightened of not doing it, they are not going to bring an end to this. They are going to bring an end to it. And the government knows that the symbol, the statement of not having the jab, that's telling you who those people are. Who can see it, and not only see it, you can see it here and still do it, they're not doing it. And this is why, because this is a cult agenda, and they couldn't care less about humanity, when people say, well, why are they getting rid of all these unjabbed health workers when they say the NHS and the health service in different countries is under pressure? You know why? Because they couldn't give a shit about the effect on the population of doing that. And people say, well, why are they throwing out all these highly trained troops from the American military, Navy SEALs, all these different people? Because they won't have the jab. How's that going to affect the American military? The cult couldn't give a shit. Why are they doing it? They want to rid the military, the police, the health service, every institution of government, of those who not only can see, but have shown by their jab decision, they will not cooperate with what they see. They want them out of the entire system. That's why they're doing it. It's nothing to do with protecting patients. Patients, Johnson said this week, we're going to continue with the firing of health workers because patients, they want their nurses jabbed. Nonsense. You want rid of all pushbackers from within the system, and that's why they're doing it.
And corporations are doing it now,
corporations doing it, yeah. But again, I mean, I can't remember exactly the situation, but it was to do with dock workers. It was in North America. And they said, all dock workers got to be vaccinated by this date or you're fired. And they all walked off. The dock stopped. And they said, well, we've changed our mind. And they withdrew it. Because these companies can't function if enough people say we're not doing it. They can't. You got people in a boardroom sitting around a frickin' table drinking coffee or whatever, but they're sitting there because the rest of the company hierarchy is holding them up there. If those people walk away and say, you want to do this to us? Well, we're not doing it. Then there'd be a resolution very quickly. And this is one of the sad things, Brian, for me. The way the trade unions worldwide have been co-opted by the cult agenda. It's unbelievable. Where you've got the teachers' unions wanting to stop kids going to school not because there's any threat to bloody health, and insisting, wanting to insist they still wear masks with endangering their psychology and their health. The unions should be standing up for the kids, and they're not. The unions should be standing up for workers being sacked for not having a experimental fake vaccine, and so many of these unions are not, because they've been co-opted by the same system. So in the end, as all these different institutions and organizations and groups have been co-opted, it comes down to the individual, and it comes down to groups of individuals who themselves impact upon society. Not what the union doing, what am I doing? What are we doing? Sod the bloody union, they're bloody useless. What are we going to do? Oh, well, what are the government doing? Sod the government, what are we going to do? And then the government will have to respond. Instead of us responding to government, what the government, do you think they're going to lock us down? Well, how about we ain't going to be locked down, so you can't lock us down. So we are having the government respond to us instead of us meekly responding to government. People saying to me before Christmas, do you think they'll lock us down? I said, well, they ain't going to bloody lock me down. I'll do what I bloody want. I'll go and see my family as I want. Sodom. They want to do something about that. Well, they should do something about that, but they ain't going to stop me doing it. I'm a sovereign individual. I'm not going to have some prating government tell me that I can't see my family at Christmas. They're just not going to do it. And if enough people did that, then we'd see where the power was. And it's not there, it's here. And that, I hope, will be one of the great lessons of the last 2 years. Look where the power really is and bloody use it. And then the tyrants will be shown to be what they really are. Manufactured fakery, where we're supposed to believe they have power when the only power they have is ours.
Hi, it's Brian Rose from London Real. You probably know that we've just recently been re-platformed on YouTube after 25 months completely in the dark. The truth is, I really need your help. What I really need you to do is click on that subscribe button right now, like this video, and maybe even leave a comment or share the link with friends. We're really fighting against an algorithm that's tried to keep us quiet for so long. And the more subscribers we have, the more people watch our content, the better guests we can bring you, the better content, and we can continue transforming lives. We've been doing this for 14 years now. I want to do this for another 14 years, but I really need your help. So click on that subscribe button, like the video, leave a comment, share this, and we're going to continue to bring you more and more great content. Thank you. Most people will never see this opportunity. Dubai luxury transformation projects have historically delivered 40 to 90% annual returns. That is incredible. These were once reserved only for insiders with access. I spent 15 years on Wall Street, and I learned this: the biggest returns always go to the people who get the call first. Now, you finally can. We've just received a brand new project with major upside potential. Allocations move fast. Click the link, apply now, and speak to my team. This is your chance to see what others never will.